Here is your text with each sentence on a separate line for easy processing. Have you ever woken up one day and realized you can't lift your arm without pain? You're not alone. Frozen shoulder can feel like a frustrating prison, but it doesn't have to keep you stuck. Frozen shoulder, also known as adhesive capsulitis, is a condition that causes stiffness, pain, and limited range of motion in the shoulder joint. It's as if your shoulder has been put in a cast, restricting your ability to move your arm freely. Simple activities like reaching for a cup of coffee, dressing, or even sleeping become a painful struggle. Imagine not being able to hold your child or grandchild because your arm won't cooperate. Picture trying to do laundry or cook a meal with one functioning arm. It's a constant reminder that your body is no longer under your control. This is the harsh reality faced by millions of people living with frozen shoulder. The impact on daily life is immense. Frozen shoulder can lead to feelings of frustration, anxiety, and even depression. You start to wonder if you'll ever regain the mobility you once took for granted. Will you ever be able to play your favorite sport or instrument again? The uncertainty is unsettling, to say the least. Individuals with frozen shoulder often face a tremendous amount of frustration. Simple tasks that others take for granted become monumental challenges. The pain and stiffness can be so intense that even the thought of moving your arm is daunting. You might find yourself avoiding social gatherings or activities that require arm movement, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. The limitations on arm movement can be devastating. You might need to rely on others for assistance, which can be humbling and difficult to accept. The constant pain and stiffness make it challenging to focus on work or daily tasks, affecting your productivity and overall well-being. Imagine being unable to exercise or engage in activities that bring you joy. Frozen shoulder can take away your sense of independence, making you feel like a prisoner in your own body. The fear of not being able to recover or regain mobility is a constant source of anxiety. It's not uncommon for people with frozen shoulder to feel like they're losing their identity. They might have to give up hobbies or activities that define them as individuals. The condition can affect relationships, as well, leading to feelings of resentment or frustration towards loved ones who don't understand the struggle. Frozen shoulder is a complex condition that affects not only the physical body but also the emotional and mental well-being of an individual. It's essential to acknowledge the emotional toll it takes on people's lives. The causes of frozen shoulder are still not fully understood, but there are several risk factors and symptoms that can increase the likelihood of developing the condition. Research suggests that women are more likely to develop frozen shoulder than men, especially during the perimenopausal and postmenopausal stages. Frozen shoulder often occurs in people between the ages of 40 and 60, although it can affect anyone at any age. Diabetes, thyroid disorders, and shoulder injuries are common risk factors. If you've had a previous shoulder injury or surgery, you're more likely to develop frozen shoulder. The symptoms of frozen shoulder typically develop gradually, starting with pain and stiffness in the shoulder and arm. As the condition progresses, the pain intensifies and the range of motion decreases. In some cases, people might not experience pain but still have limited mobility. Frozen shoulder goes through 3 stages: the freezing stage, the frozen stage, and the thawing stage. During the freezing stage, the pain and stiffness increase, and the range of motion decreases. The frozen stage is characterized by intense pain and limited mobility. In the thawing stage, the pain begins to subside, and the range of motion slowly improves. Understanding the causes and progression of frozen shoulder is crucial in developing an effective treatment plan. While it's a complex condition, there is hope for recovery and improvement. I'd like to share a powerful personal story with you. Sarah, a yoga instructor, developed frozen shoulder after a shoulder injury. She went from being active and mobile to barely being able to lift her arm without excruciating pain. With the help of physical therapy, stretching, and exercise, Sarah was able to regain mobility and overcome her frozen shoulder. Sarah's journey wasn't easy, but it's a testament to the human body's capacity for recovery. Her story inspires hope and reminds us that with patience, persistence, and the right treatment, it's possible to overcome frozen shoulder. In conclusion, frozen shoulder can be a debilitating condition, but it doesn't have to define your life. While it can be frustrating and painful, there are pathways to recovery and improvement. Remember that you're not alone, and there is hope for regaining mobility and living a pain-free life. Thanks for watching, and I invite you to share your experiences or questions about frozen shoulder in the comments below. If you'd like to learn more about frozen shoulder and its treatment options, please check out my related videos. You can now easily use this formatted text for your video generation.